Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, this Fitness Friday. So that's what we're calling every Friday. I will be dropping a video on Fitness Friday. For this video, I really want to talk about motivation, what motivation means, how does people use motivation to get the goal, and why I believe, this is just my personal opinion, why the idea of motivation and needing motivation to do something is highly overrated. I'm also going to be talking about the challenge I'm in the middle of called 75 Hard. So, come join me on the couch. I want to talk about first is the challenge that I'm doing right now. It's called 75 Hard. It was created by Andy Friselis. I believe I'm pronouncing his last name right. Friselis? I could be wrong. I apologize. But it is a 75-day challenge. It's pretty intense. You have to do 2 workouts a day, and one of them 2 45-minute workouts, and one of them have to be outdoors. And you can't do it like on a patio or on a balcony or in your garage with the garage open. Like, you have to be out in the elements. So it's 2 workouts. You have to drink a gallon of water a day. You have to follow some sort of diet. You pick the diet, whatever is working for you, whatever diet restrictions you want to subscribe to is up to you, whether you're vegan, vegetarian, keto, whatever it is, but you choose your diet and you have to stick to it for 75 days. Workout, water, diet. You have to read 10 pages of a personal development book a day. You have to take a progress picture every day. I feel like I'm leaving something out. Workout, water, diet, read, picture. If it comes back to me, we'll get to it. But pretty much you have to do all of that for 75 days. I'm on day, at the time that I'm filming this video, I'm on day 28, which, I mean, is great. But, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it sucks. It's hard. Like, a lot of it is becoming habitual. A lot of it is routine. The drinking the water, that's easy. The reading the book, that's easy. Sometimes I do forget to take the picture. But the picture is fine. For the most part, the workouts is easy. It's just that outdoor workout that is not necessarily hard. Is that I live in Toledo, Ohio, so I'm in the Midwest. We're in the middle of winter. Right now, the temperature is 31 degrees. I think the coldest that we've experienced so far, was like 20 degrees, which is actually pretty nice. Like, it's January. At the time of fitness, it's January 31st. So we've just had our first, like, not snowstorm, but like actual like snow drop. We were estimating to get 4 to 8 inches. I just finished my walk, and I would say we definitely got at least 4. But the challenge itself is a mental toughness challenge. It's not necessarily a physical challenge. It is a mental toughness challenge, because none of that stuff is really hard to do, but it definitely takes a certain mindset to get up and do the things that you need to do every day for 75 days when you don't feel like doing it. And I think that's what the creator of this challenge wanted to instill in the people who are doing it, is that doing the things that needs to be done when you don't want to do it. Because it's easy to do it when you want to do it. It's easy to do it when it's nice and sunny and the weather's great and you have all the time in the world and you don't have your kids or school or anything in the way. It's easy to do those things. But you have to do those things when you don't want to, when your schedule gets crazy, when your kids are on a hybrid schedule and you have to tutor them at home, but also work from home, and you still have to fit in 2, not 1 workouts, but 2 45-minute workouts. So this challenge for me has been very intense, or not intense. It just has been challenging. I mean, it's a challenge. It's not meant to be easy. If it was easy, we would just be doing it. For my diet, what I chose was to go vegetarian. I was vegetarian for about 5 years in the past. So I wanted to get back to being plant-based. I probably wouldn't ever be vegan. That's just not what I subscribe to. I was great for other folks. I'm not saying it's bad or wrong. But for me, I just want to go vegetarian or plant-based. But I've also decided to do no sugar or like extra sugar or processed sugar, just the fake stuff. Like I have fruits, but I'm not eating Starburst, which I love candy. Like I love candy. Like, I am counting down the days until I can go to the local candy shop. There's a store called Boyd's here, and they sell the little fruities. We called them penny candy back in the day because you used to be able to get them for 1 cent. And so I would love to like get $1 for my mom and run to the store and count out 100 pieces. I'm sure the store clerk hated every kid, but I mean they got money, so. But these little fruities, they're like Tootsie Rolls, but they're smaller. They're not as thick. They're smaller and they're fruit flavors. And it's from the same Tootsie Roll family or company. But I miss it. I just want it. I have a friend who makes cakes. That's her little business. And she makes cakes, desserts, pies, all of it. And all last summer, I was ordering cheesecake in the cups from her. And I miss it. I just want to eat it all. And it's so hard right now because it's day 28, and I would have hoped that like the sugar cravings would have went away right now or by now. No, I mean I just miss it. I joked with my friends that I will have finished this challenge on Fitness Friday, March 19th, I believe. And so I said March 20th on Saturday. Oh, that's what it is. You can't have alcohol or any cheat meals at all during this whole challenge. And so it's the workouts, the water, the diet, the book, the picture, and no alcohol or cheat meals. But I already like started planning like the party on Saturday, March 20th, and like I want to drink and not like get, tore up, but I am a bartender at heart, and I do miss making cocktails and drinking and having fun. So I definitely want to drink. I'm definitely going to order like a strawberry cheesecake from my friend, support her business, but also getting my craving. I'm definitely going to plan a trip to the candy store. I'm just going to live it up for a couple days, maybe a week or so. I don't know. But I definitely do want to do this round or do this challenge again during the summer months, not right now during winter. And that's another part that makes this hard, is that it's just so cold. So far on the challenge, well, I started my whole weight loss journey this time around. Because how many times do we start a weight loss journey and either you give up or you hit your goal and then you stop and then you gain some weight back and then you start again. So this journey started officially October 1st. October 1st, yes. And so from October 1st until right before Christmas, maybe it was December 23rd or 22nd, I had lost 30 pounds. And I was in a challenge at my gym that I attend. And I lost 30 pounds. I was super excited, super happy. And I lived it up. So I took a break from right before Christmas to right after New Year's. So just in that 2-week span, I probably put on about 15 to 20 pounds. Now I know a lot of it was bloat, a lot of it was just water weight, a lot of it wasn't like actual like solid weight. But for my body, for some reason, it fluctuates. Like if I look at food, I'll gain 5 pounds. Like it just goes up and down and up and down. And so during those 2 weeks, I definitely like lived it up. I definitely had cakes and then the whole Christmas pies and food and drinks and enjoyed my friends and family. No regrets. It's what happened and I planned on it. But I gained up to 15 to 20 pounds. And so when I started the 75 Hard Challenge on January 4th, it was getting back into what I was previously doing before, plus all of these restrictions or qualifications that I have to do for this challenge. So from January 4th until today, when at the time of filming this video, it is January 31st, I have lost the 15, 20 pounds that I have gained, plus like 5 or 6 more pounds. So I'm happy. So overall, just like in this challenge, I think I lost like 20 something pounds, but overall my net loss, I am down 37 pounds. So I'm going to take that. I am happy. And I've had a lot of friends talk to me and say how motivated I am and how they wish they had the motivation that I had, and which prompted me to make this video. It's not motivation. I don't know. I just think motivation is so highly overrated. I talked briefly about this in the last video, and I just want to talk a little bit about it more. And just why I just think motivation is overrated. So first, here I got my phone. I just want to read a little bit. It says, motivation, one of the most critical skills for effective leadership and management is the ability to motivate others. So this is kind of a leadership thing, but it's still, we can turn this around and flip it to our internal motivation for ourselves. And anything, whether it's fitness, business, kids, parenting, whatever you want to be motivated to do something. I just love this little reading that I found. It says a motive is a need, desire, or other impulse that brings about an action. Motivation refers to those wishes, desires, drives that stimulate or activate someone to do something. It is something that moves a person to action. It is largely based on individual needs and perception. It's an inner impulse or an internal force that initiates and directs the individual to act a certain way to satisfy a need. Now, that all sounds good and it's great. I just think that people put too much stock in being motivated. I was talking with one of my coworkers, and she's a heavier girl, and she was saying how awesome, how dedicated, or not dedicated, how motivated I was, and how she wished she had that motivation. And it wasn't just her. I pretty much have been getting some form of that statement since day one. Since I had to start doing my workouts and my outdoor workout, and how do you stay motivated, and you're so motivated, and I wish I had your motivation. And I tell people every day, every single time. I'm sure they're tired of me talking about it, or they're like, oh my God, here he is on his soapbox again. But it's not motivation. It's not. It's deciding to do something and then doing it. And I think that's what this challenge is all about, that mental toughness, is that I have that mental toughness, knowing that when it snows outside, I still have to get my butt outside and do this challenge. If you miss one day on this challenge, you have to start all the way over at day one. It's day 28. I'm not starting back. I am not starting back over at day one. If I have to start back over at day one, I'm just done. And that I need to finish this challenge. I really want the satisfaction and the gloating power to say I did 75 hard. But for me, and especially with fitness, and I was talking to my coworker, and I was telling her, complacency and comfortability is a hell of a prison. It's a hell of a place to be trapped in, because you don't even know you're trapped. And what I mean by that is that you get so used to what you're used to. You get so used to what's around you. You get so used to being in that certain situation and in that certain setting that it doesn't bother you. It is not until you get yourself out of those situations, or out of that element, or out of that place, is that you really start to see, wow, I'm not happy here or there. For me, it was, I had went with my family. We did a family trip to Punta Cana. And this isn't like the only situation, but this has just always been it. Like, you go to these beautiful places and you're on the beach and you want to be in your bathing suit. You want to, live it up. And I was just so like overweight and so self-conscious about how I looked, and everybody was beautiful and I wanted to feel beautiful. It was those situations that made me realize that when I go back home to that, what I'm used to that comfortability, to that complacency, that I need to remember how I felt when I was on vacation. I need to remember how I felt when I go to the gym and I can't do something that I see the other guys doing it. And I'm not saying that you need to be comparing yourself to others. I'm just saying that when we're living our daily lives and we get comfortable in the situation we are, that we kind of don't understand or realize that the situation that you're currently in is wrong for you. And you're not happy in it, you're just comfortable in it. And it's until when you get out of those situations for that brief moment, whether it's a vacation, whether it's somebody talking to you, whether it's just a light bulb goes off and you're like, hey, I don't want this for me anymore. But it's until you realize, like, hey, I'm not happy living my life this way. I'm not happy that I can't play with my kids how they want me to play with them because I'm tired, or because my back hurts, or because I can't sit too long because my legs go numb because of the pressure. Like whatever it is, draw up on that. And you can say, well, that's your motivation. That's the event that inspires you. I don't look at it that way. I look at it as my life is this. My lifestyle is this. I don't want this anymore. I can't be here anymore. It literally bothers me. Like it literally pisses me off that this is my lifestyle, this is my life, and this is my situation. So I'm going to do every single thing that's in my power to go from here to here. And it's this gray area right here is the journey. It's the journey of how you get from here to here. And so like now, if I started here, I'm probably like right here. I'm nowhere near here yet, but I'm away from this. I'm away from that. And so on those days where it's cold outside, on those days where it snowed 4 to 8 inches and I still have to go outside, on those days where I go with my family out to dinner and everybody's drinking and eating whatever they want, and last night we went to a steakhouse and I'm a vegetarian, so I literally ordered a salad and steamed broccoli. And it was actually kind of cool because they brought out my salad and my broccoli, and then they brought out more broccoli because I think they forgot they brought it. I was like, but I'll take it. And my sister was saying how proud of me she was that she had at a previous event, not last night, but at a previous event, she wasn't feeling good. She's just getting over COVID and she didn't have her taste buds back yet. And she had ordered some chicken, some fried chicken wings, and I need that in my life. And she was saying how shocked she was that when she said she was done and she didn't want it, and pretty much she only had like 1 or 2 pieces, that I didn't eat the rest of her food. Because that's what I'm known for doing. Everybody knows that like I love chicken, and so being on this journey and committing to this challenge, she was very shocked that I didn't break. And I was like, no, girl, I'm in it. I am in it to win it. And don't think that I didn't look at that piece of chicken on the table like, but you know, I don't know. I don't look at it as motivation. I look at it as I made a decision. I made a decision that my life would no longer be this. You like this model I'm doing? It would no longer be this, and I'm working towards this. I read a book by Jeff Austin called A Slight Edge. And it was so funny because I read this book, and I also, in my martial arts training, my sensei would speak on this. And I don't know, I'm assuming he read the book because a lot of the stuff was like nailed on the head with what the book said. And he's into like personal development as well. But maybe it's just a philosophy that he's adopted himself as well, no matter where he got it from. But anyway, I digress. I read this book called A Slight Edge. And the book is all about that no matter what you're doing, you're never... If this is the straight line, you're never here. You're never complacent. You're never in the same position you were the day before. You're either slowly getting better or worse. You're never the same person. You're steadily making micro adjustments to become the person you're going to be tomorrow. Whether that person is going to be a little bit closer to your goal or a little bit further than your goal, you're never the same. And I took to that because it's, If I was to cheat and eat that chicken or eat and drink last night or whatever, or go get the candy that I want, it's not going to hurt me. I'm not going to immediately put back on 37 pounds. Just as when I did my walk today and I went to spin class this morning, I didn't magically lose another 30 pounds that I want to lose. I didn't magically feel comfortable with who I am. I didn't magically love the body that I'm in. That's what I'm working towards. So nothing that you're going to do is going to immediately get you there. It's those little steps along the way. And every decision you make is either going to take you a step closer to your goal or a step away from your goal. But you're never going to be the same. You will never stay neutral. You're either improving or getting worse. And I literally think about that when I wake up. I wake up typically about 4:30 or 5 o'clock each morning, or each day. And I decide like, oh, do I need to do this yoga? I don't want to do the yoga. I need to do the yoga. It helps my back. I'm going to feel better. It's going to get me closer to my goal. And I think about how happy or unhappy I was on the beaches in Punta Cana, and how when I lived in California for 2 years, I didn't go to the beach not once. Or no, I went to the beach. I didn't get in the water not once. I didn't go to the beach in the bathing suit. I wore shorts and a t-shirt to sit and talk to friends and hang out, but never to swim, which is asinine to me. Like, how do you not swim in the ocean and you live in California? But that was my issue. That was my hang up. And so, I mean, I don't look at it as motivation, because some days I'm not motivated. Some days I literally say, I don't want to effing do this. I'm done. I quit. I'm over it. I'm just going to love the body I'm in now and accept that I'm going to be fat, or accept that I'm going to be unhealthy, or accept whatever I am is where I am. And I was like, nope. Well, just because I'm not motivated doesn't mean can't do it. Doesn't mean that there has to be this driving force about why I need to do something. It's that I need to do it. Like, suck it up, buttercup, go do it anyway. Like, this whole idea of you need to be motivated to do something is bonkers to me. Like, it's not a thing. I talked about in my last video about going to work. How many times do you wake up and you do not want to go to work? You still take your shower, brush your teeth, do your hair, get dressed, drive to work, and work. Why? Because you have to. And this is something that I think about all the time. You're not motivated to go to work. Not every day is going to be great at work. Not every day is going to be great at the gym. Not every day is just going to be great. You're going to have ups and down days, or good and bad days. But you still go to work because you made a commitment. You want the goal. The goal is the paycheck. You put in the work, you get the paycheck to live the life that you want to live, to pay for the things that you want, to maintain the lifestyle that you have. It's the same thing. It's not motivation. It's that you have a goal, you have a desire, and you need to get it done. Whether you feel like it or not, you get it done. When your kids are sick, whether you feel like it or not, you take care of your kids. You're not motivated. You have to do it. When you have a newborn and the baby's crying in the middle of the night because they either need a feeding or a diaper change, you're not motivated like, oh, I'm going to be a great mom today or a great dad today. Let me wake up at 3 o'clock to change this. No, you're pissed off, you're groggy, you're angry, but you do it because that is your job as a parent. So why in every other situation, when you do things that you don't want to do because you're supposed to do it, you don't think about it as motivation? But when it comes to health and fitness and wellness and doing things about that to better yourself, you have to be motivated to do it. I don't know. And maybe I'm just being hung up on the word motivation, and maybe just because I'm not looking at it as motivation for me, it doesn't mean that I'm not motivated, because I am motivated. But I'm just saying, so many people say, I wish that I could do what you're doing, or I wish I can just do anything, just follow any plan or any diet or any workout, whatever. I wish I could do that, but I'm not motivated. Well, you don't need to be motivated to do it. You just need to do it. I don't know. I just think motivation is overrated. And if you're caught up on motivation or needing motivation to do something, comment below and I will tell you how and why you need to just let that go and get off your butt and do whatever it is that you want to do with yourself and in your life. But that's all I have to say. Hopefully this video helped you. Hopefully this kind of shed light on the whole needing motivation to do something. Maybe this is what you needed to push you out of your comfort zone to go conquer whatever goal it is. It doesn't have to be health or fitness. Go start that business. Go volunteer at your kid's school. Go be that parent. Go do whatever it is on your heart and mind to do. Stop waiting. Stop waiting for motivation, because it'll never come. You will never be motivated 100% of the time. I don't care if you love what you're doing. You're never gonna want to do it 100% of the time, but you still do it. All right, guys, that's all I have to say. Hopefully that's something that benefits you in some way. I really appreciate you taking your time to watch my videos. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends. Other than that, make sure you have fun with fitness and enjoy the rest of your day.